So let's get started. Welcome. We're going to spend the next 20 minutes really focusing on our core, hence the name Core Blast. We're going to work. 20 minutes is going to be over really quickly. Don't forget to breathe. If anything hurts or doesn't feel right, please just come out of it and then just join in when you can. So let's get started. We're going to come to lay down onto our backs and then just take your knees over to the side. You're going to bring your hands just to the back of your head or maybe your temples, whatever feels comfortable. And we're just going to take a few curls around to one side just to warm up through the spine. So don't worry too much about keeping your hips too steady or too still. We just want to start to warm up a little bit through the spine as well through the abdominals. Take some deep breaths in and out. Let's do 3 more on this side. And 1, come over to the second side. Same thing. Excuse my bum. I'm gonna come over just a couple times. Allow your belly just to be nice and soft to start with. You don't want to have to engage anything straight away. Get a nice stretch through the belly and the sides. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, and let that one go. Come to lay down on your backs. Just setting up with your feet hip width distance. Place your hands on top of your hip bones, finding a nice neutral spine. So we just move through some imprints. So inhale, tuck the tailbone under, feel your belly draw down, and then exhale, start to draw your pubic bone away from your belly button. Again, inhale, round through the spine. Exhale, take it the other way. Just a couple more. Imprint the spine in both directions. Feel your hands on your hip bones. And this time, start to draw the belly button down. So more of an active movement here. Let's just do 1 more. And then finding a neutral spine. So there should be that nice small gap just at the lower back here. And we'll take a few hip circles. So anyway, if you want to go to the left or the right first, it's totally fine. Just feel as if you're tilting your hips around one way. Scoop it under and then take it forward. So a few hip circles and reverse it back the other way. Just a nice little warm up before we get stuck into it. Finding a neutral pelvis here. Reach your fingertips down. Roll the shoulders back. And then we're going to float the right leg up to the sky. And then without moving the pelvis, you're going to bring that other leg up. So knees are at a 90. And we're just going to go through 10 toe taps, keeping the pelvis nice and still. Lower abdominals are dragging towards the mat. Keeping everything nice and still. And see if you can take your shoulders and your neck out of the equation. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it up through to tabletop. Now we're going to send our right leg long and bring it back. Long, swap legs, bring it back. I've got my palms flipping up here just to remind my shoulders not to take over. Really focusing on deep abdominals here. All right, we're going to go for 3 more and then we're going to float the arms up to the sky. Reaching the arms, fingertips are long. So when you drag the knee back, don't bring the knee too close to your chest. You're just bringing it back to that 90. It's stopping there. All right, so you've got the option to continue here, or if you're feeling ready, you're going to add a curl up. So we're gonna reach the fingertips long. If it gets too much onto the neck, place your hands behind your neck. You can even alternate. You can do single arm. We're gonna go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, squeeze up a little bit further. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. So again, reach your hands down the mat, bring your feet into, your heels are glued together into like a little froggy. So toes are apart, heels are together, belly draws in. If you start to take this into your lower back and you start to rock, try and scoop your pelvis under a little bit. So more of an imprint spine. And we're gonna send our legs long like a frog and then inhale, return. Press away. Inhale, return. So really being mindful here of the pelvis as we press away. Your feet don't have to come super low. If you want that extra challenge, take your feet a little bit lower. And just being aware of your midsection, so not pooching or pushing anything out. I'm gonna keep a nice scoop of the belly. Let's do 3 more just like this. 2, 1. We're gonna add a curl up. Hands come behind. Take your eye gaze towards your belly button. Send it long and back. Send it long. Keep those heels glued together. We have 6 more. You can always drop your head. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna reach the arms above. Bring it back in. Reach it up and in. You can do this with the head lowered. Keep your chin just slightly tucked. Good, let's go for 3. Flex the feet. 2, oh yes. 1, and bring it in, release the head down. Give your knees a little bit of a rock and roll from side to side. And then stick your feet straight up. So in a 90. Now you can keep your knees bent if straight doesn't feel right. We're gonna reach the arms up, keep them glued up to the ceiling, but roll the shoulders down. We're gonna tap our right toe. See if we can come all the way down and then bring it up. Remember, you can keep your leg bent if that feels better. Keeping the pelvis and the hips nice and still. Nice, let's do a couple more here. Keeping the lower abdominals drawing in, no pooching from the tummy. We'll go 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're gonna add an arm. So drop your right foot, reach your left arm long, and then exhale, bring it back in. Swap over. Exhale. Keep it going. If you need to take a break at any point, just come straight back into it when you're ready. Nice and control. We've got 3 and 2. 1, bring it back up to 90. Glue your heels back together and you're going to lower your feet and reach your arms. Option to lift the head, we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms long. We're gonna drop one foot, bring it back. Drop one foot, bring it back. Keep curling up. 2, back. 4, 5, stay with me. 6, 7, one more, and 8. Oh my gosh. Bring it down. Take your knees side to side. That one can get a little bit hip flexory, I know. I hope you're all breathing at home. All right, so this one you'll be happy to know your head can stay down. So bring your legs up into tabletop. We're gonna go for a little bike ride. So we're gonna send one leg long. We're gonna scoop it and swap. A little bike ride. So I like to point my toes with this one. It can get a little bit crampy, just for anyone that does cramp through the feet. You can flex, you can alternate. You can do one flex, one points. All right, we're here for 3, for 2, for 1, reverse it, go backwards. You're probably thanking me that our head is down on the ground. You can always take your bicycles up if it does get a little bit too much. Stay with me. Maybe add a curl. Who's feeling adventurous? 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Bring your hands behind your head. Float the legs up. We're coming for an ab twist. Right elbow across to the knee. Bring it back. Left to right knee. Bring it back. Swap. And swap. We got 4 more. Use your breath. Crunch into the side without pulling your neck. Your head is nice and heavy in your hands. And release down. This time we're going to extend, twist a little bit more. Maybe take your eye gaze to that back elbow. Bring it back. And swap. Slower is harder. Oh, yes. We could go fast any day of the week, but we're going to go slow tonight. All right. Give me 2 more. 1, 2. Beautiful. Release that down. Take a full body stretch. I don't know about you, but my mid-center is on fire. Take a big breath in. And exhale out. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock and roll up and down the spine a few times. And when you're ready, come to lay down on your side. So this one's going to be different for everyone. I'm coming to lay down flat. My palm is facing up. And I'm using this hand to support. No, I'm lying. I'm going to bring my hand to my head. Sorry, I've lost the plot. So what we're going to do is bend our knees, just bring them up into a 90-degree angle. And what we're going to do is you're going to forget about this arm completely. We're going to come into a side crunch, but I want you to imagine as if you've got like a little plum or a little, let's say a pea that's in the side of your waist. And as you curl up, you're going to try and crunch it. You're going to try and crush it with your ribs. This arm is not involved. Try to keep it as relaxed as possible. Use your exhale and release. Let's just do 2 more. And then we're going to hold it up at the top. Little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let that go. Come straight up onto the elbow. So I like to make a fist. You can press your hand in flat, whatever feels good. I'm going to bring our top hand to our waist now. That's what I was thinking before. And we're going to lift up through the hips. So we're going to lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. Try not to sag through that shoulder as well. It's coming from the under waist. Chest is open. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We pulse up, 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 up. Keep it going. 5, 6, 7. hold it. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Release that. Swing the legs around, come straight over. You're gonna finish it off. Other side, bend your knees. Ready to crunch that little key into your side waist. Up we go. Bottom shoulder is not doing a thing. It's easier said than done, I know. Think of your under waist as well, really supporting you here. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Reach, pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Down. Come on up. We're on the last leg. Hopefully we're feeling nice and good, nice and strong. Down we go. Down and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little pulses up the top. From the hips, from the waist. Squeeze, squeeze. 7 and hold. And 7 and 8. Release that down. Just roll onto your bellies. We'll stretch it out real quick. Take your hands forwards. Press up. Spine is nice and long. And back down. Let's do that again. Come on up. And release. One more time. And come into a nice little shell pose. Stretch through the back and the arms. And rolling on up. Thank you guys. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you're feeling amazing.